Hey everybody, we are here from PRI 2017. We're live from the Racing Junk booth, and we had some special guests stop by who I wanted to introduce you guys to. First of all, Big Al Liebmann, who, if some of you are fans of Racing Junk and Hot Rod Hotline, you've seen Big Al around before, fans of the Frantic Ford Funny Car. We also wanted to introduce Joe Morrison, who has another direct connection with the Frantic Ford Funny Car. We wanted to talk a little bit about how the season went last year, and to talk about what's coming up. So guys, take it away. I will tell you what to say if you get lost. Both of you seem pretty confident in not getting too lost. But Al,
no problem.
Tell me what's going on.
Thanks for having us today here. Again, we're having a great time. I'm Joe Morrison sitting next to me here. Joe's our driver, one of our drivers at the Frantic Ford. He's has a long history of driving nostalgia cars. We got him in a car this year, and he drives it like his own, like a little baby. We had the car out this year, ran in about 204, I think 203 miles an hour, which is what the car ran back in the days.
Okay.
Joe's a great driver. He works on a car. I mean, he does everything. Frantic Ford, I mean, we were busy this year. I think we had a total of about 20 dates between races, car shows, charity events. We just ended up 2 weeks ago in Dallas at a charity event there. We took the car out there and made some noise for Alex Viola Foundation.
Oh yeah.
And we're excited for next year. You know, hopefully we're going to keep on the same schedule.
Right.
And come out and give the fans a good show.
Excellent. Joe, can you tell me a little bit about the season in terms of driving the car? Like
Absolutely.
How that went, what you learned, what you're looking forward to next year?
It was fun. Actually, I was fortunate. I got comfortable in the car really quickly. I got to thank Big Al and Rocky Barone for giving me the opportunity to drive the car. You know, it's I've loved nostalgia funny cars since I was a kid. I remember the Frantic Ford is one of the cars I really enjoyed as a kid.
Exciting.
So it's really cool, kind of a dream come true to be able to drive the car. You know, so learning curve. You know, it's funny. Getting comfortable in the car happened real quickly. And I'm lucky that I've had some experience driving Ted Bryan's fuel altered, the 134 fuel coupe. So running a nitro car, it wasn't my first rodeo, which was good.
Right.
And we ran really well with the car this year. Like Big Al said, our best run, I believe, was at Maple Grove. We ran a 677, and I had to pedal it once too. So it probably would have run a 650 or something, and about 204. And the next run was 670 something or 680 at about 200 plus. So anyway, it was a great year. Again, the nice thing, getting a match race Bruce Larson, which was fun. We match raced Bruce at Island Dragway and at Cecil County. So it was fun. It was a great year, and really, I'm looking forward to next year. You know, we had kind of worked some things out technically on the car that weren't bad, but the reliability of the car was great, and what a great crew that's there. I get in the car and I know it's going to go A to B, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Excellent. How is driving the Frantic Ford different than either a more traditional, I wouldn't say traditional, it's pretty traditional, but like a more modern variation of that? How is driving like a nostalgia car different than a more modern vehicle?
Well, the biggest difference, the modern top fuel and funny cars do not have a transmission. You have a reverser, but it's direct drive.
Okay.
So in those cars, there's no changing gears, right? Whereas in the Frantic Ford, we've got a Lenco in it, so I get to push buttons and change gears going down the track, which to me makes it more fun.
Yeah.
It's a funny car. You're going to have to drive it at times. You know, it's funny. Sometimes she'll just run straight down the track. Other times, you got to manhandle it, which is fun. As a driver, I enjoy that. It's why I like driving the funny cars and the fuel altered, because, it keeps you busy.
Right.
So, that's the real difference. The modern cars are a handful too, and they're accelerating much harder, obviously. However, getting to push the buttons and change gears and listen to that engine RPM come up and the blower's starting to scream, and it's just a lot of fun.
Excellent. Well, what do you guys have on the books for next year? What do you guys have to look forward to?
Well, like I said, we're probably going to start in testing probably April or May.
Okay.
Usually we're pretty busy between June, July, August, and September. October gets a little light. So we'll hit our normal spots. We have about 8 or 10 racetracks that we go to. We're going to be going to Michigan in August, I think, with the Frantic Ford and the Super Camaro or other car. Syracuse Nationals with Artie's Party. We go there every year, raise money for Ronald McDonald House. Dead Man's Curve, Alex Lemonade Foundation. It's a great show. We've been working back and forth for 3 or 4 years. Next year we're going to have 16 nostalgia funny cars there, which is very rare to get 16 cars.
Yeah.
So we raised about $5,000 for them, and then probably back to Texas. But it's it's our schedule we like to do over.
Well, I have one question for both of you guys. So we had run a kind of a poll slash meme on Hot Rod Hotline that kind of really took off, and I think it's actually going to be our new final question for everybody. What did you guys learn? What car did you learn to drive stick shift on?
Joe?
Well, let's see. Legally or before I had my license?
Either is totally fine. Well, you got to learn before you get your license.
Oh, no, I didn't have my permit either, but that's a whole other story. Actually, my first car was a 1979 Subaru wagon that I used to take off road way more than I should have. But that car, my first car was a standard. So, although technically it was a Honda Civic, but I was 15 years old and I took it out before I was really supposed to. So.
Fair, totally fair. How about you, Al?
68 Camaro.
Okay.
Big block.
That's a lot of car to learn.
Somebody says, you want to drive? You want to learn? This is what you got to get. So I got one of those. I went through a few clutches. It was like Joe said, it was a learning curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could totally relate. I learned to. I had a 1984 Oldsmobile Forenza.
Okay.
Did not have any power, anything, and when I first drove a car that had any sort of power clutch, I almost put it into a tree because I didn't understand that you didn't have to slam your foot all the way to
the ground.
Right. Exactly. I actually was probably much more of a menace to a modern car than to that particular one.
I wish I was like some of the guys where I learned on my grandfather's Model A, 32,
right,
Model T,
right.
40 Ford, but it was, never that way.
I can only try to make atonement for the Subaru as the first stick shift car. My first drag car that I drove, there was also a street car. It was the next car after that was a 70 Chevelle.
All right.
And that had the board and stroke 350. It was a 383
right.
with a Muncie M21, and that was the first car I ever drag raced, was the 4-speed. So
excellent.
That'll make up for the Subaru.
Totally.
But it wasn't what I learned on, but it's what I first raced in. So
that is also fair.
Sorry for the interruption.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
No
I
problem.
appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
And we look forward to seeing the car and hopefully seeing it much more intimately next year at
We
PRI.
appreciate it.
All right. Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.